If you fancy yourself, if you fancy yourself as a bit of a master chef, this is a way you can impress people. You could be crowned Home Cook of the Year. Tobie Puttock is with us this morning. He's going to tell us how it all works. Good morning, Tobie. Great to see you again.
How you doing?
Now, first of all, what are we going to cook, and then tell us how we can be Home Cook of the Year?
We're going to cook a dish that I actually learned to cook in France with a pork neck, which isn't a commonly used cut of meat, except in Asian cooking in Australia. It's very good, and it's about $10 a kilo. It's very, very cheap and benefits from slow cooking. So the way I like to do it is open it up the same way I have here. I've made some score marks so the farce, which is the stuffing I'm going to make, really gets into the meat beautifully. So what I've made is a beautiful little stuffing consisting of prosciutto, dried fig, fennel seeds, sage, rosemary, breadcrumbs, pistachio nuts, shallot, and an egg to bind it all together.
Wow, and you've already put all that together.
Well, I've done a bit of a Kerri-Anne. Here's one we've done earlier.
Is this the home cook recipe if you want? What type of recipes are you looking for? You're going to judge it, right?
Well, I'm going to judge it. It's really great. We're encouraging readers to actually cook the issues. So to go out there and cook every single recipe they can, or just one recipe, take photos, go on australiangoodtaste.com.au, upload it to the gallery, and then we jump in and judge those dishes. So what we're looking for is, I guess, skill, but also creativity. What we'd really love is if people take the recipes that are cooked from the home editors, let's say, and then give their own little personal twist on that.
Okay, good idea.
So why don't I get stuffing this?
I've got to say, I love the idea of this. So it's prosciutto, fig, breadcrumbs, pistachios, which I love.
And you know, the funny thing about this is I started working in Italian kitchens, and I never actually got...
Was that your first job?
Well, always. It was my only job. I've been doing that for 19 years, Italian cooking.
But you started Italian?
I did. And I had to do a stuffing recipe one Christmas. I'd never made stuffing, so I did what I imagined a stuffing to be. And this is how I imagined it to be. So although I've got fig and things like that, you could replace that with grilled peach or dried apricots.
Again, that's where your creativity comes in.
Well,
okay, once you put it in, as you mentioned, you'd scored it?
Yes, I've scored it just to really allow that to go in there. And it's a stuffing where we're really encouraging a lot of the flavour to go through. So then we roll this guy up.
Wow.
It looks good, huh?
Good.
And it's such actually an easy dish to do. If you want to do it at home, you could do this stage a day before, tie it up wherever my string has gone. Have you tied things up before? Well, I mean, trussing meat, that is. You've got a cheeky smile on your face, just there.
No, I haven't done this before.
Okay, so it's very easy. We'll just make a little loop like that. And if you didn't want to do this, you could just cut lengths and just kind of go around.
Your loop wasn't good enough?
It wasn't good enough, was it? Well, just
What's
try
interesting,
that
once you've done that, though, you've got it broiling away.
Well, what you do there is I've got a nice little mirror pie, onion, carrots, celery. We sauté that off, brown the meat off in there, and then pop that in with some red wine, a little bit of stock if you want. We cook that out for about an hour, and then we'll come back and I can show you how it comes
I want to show how this is lining up, but first, have a look at this.
If you love cooking, but you're not exactly wild on the time it takes to heat up your oven